Hey, this is Igo, and as a sales trainer, coach, and consultant, a lot of my work focuses on sales negotiation strategies, specifically on margin negotiation. There are three common mistakes that I see a lot of sellers out there make when they're faced with some kind of opposition in terms of a negotiation scenario. What I want to do is I want to cover those three. I want to give you some practical, tangible tips for you to overcome those and conclude a successful negotiation that works for everyone. So the first problem that I see in terms of a lot of negotiations and how people negotiate is they give in too soon. Imagine the following scenario. You're sitting in front of a buyer and your buyer says something along the lines of, yeah, that price does sound a little high. And immediately in your mind, this little mental dialogue starts going off, right? A little too high, you must have gotten different offers, too high compared to what? Oh my God, we're too expensive, we're priced out of the market. And next thing you know, you're undermining your own strategy. And a lot of sellers at that point, they will accept that and they will just say, okay, thank you, I hear what you're saying, let me try and go back and see what I can do. Instead, here's what I'd recommend. Ask questions. Dig deeper. Try to find out more. What does that mean? Is that an off-the-cuff comment? Is that based on some kind of an analysis? Did your buyer consider other options? Do they have other proposals? Try to uncover as much information as you can before you negotiate. The second margin negotiation mistake I see a lot is there's too much talking and not enough listening. We seem to feel like whenever we're in a negotiation scenario, it's up to us to defend our position, and it's really not. When someone makes a negotiation or makes a request in the framework of a negotiation or in the context of a negotiation, your job primarily is to find out what's behind that question, what is behind that need. In other words, what need are they trying to fulfill or they're trying to have met? Your job is to find out what it is they seek and then consider alternative options to moving forward. And the third secret I see in terms of margin negotiations or negotiations in general is a lot of people walk into the door and they don't really have a firm, strong BATNA in place. They don't have a best alternative to negotiated agreement. Let me say that again. Best alternative to negotiated agreement. That's what you absolutely positively need before walking into any type of negotiation. I don't care if you're negotiating the price of your new house, a huge business-to-business deal, or the price of I don't know if you negotiate a coffee in your local coffee shop, but if you would, I'd still recommend that you walk in with a clear, strong BATNA. Here's why. If you have an alternative to closing the deal or to succeeding the negotiation or to closing the negotiation, you'll feel that much more confident. You'll be that much more poised. You'll be able to step back from the situation, keep yourself from becoming emotionally involved and be more successful in negotiating a mutually successful deal. So there you go. 3 practical concrete strategies. When you're faced with a margin negotiation scenario where someone is questioning your margin or your pricing, number 1, instead of giving in, instead of going into that mental dialogue, try to find out more. Try to find out what's behind their position, what's behind their claim. Number 2, do far more listening than you actually talk. Ask questions. Let your buyer give up the information and see what's behind their strategy. And number 3, make sure whatever negotiation you're in, even if you did it for a price of a cup of coffee, make sure you have a strong BATNA, best alternative to negotiated agreement. If you want more B2B sales tips, practical strategies to help you negotiate better, whether it's margin negotiation or something else, new advanced techniques for closing more deals and more sales, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I look forward to seeing you soon.